All right, good good evening, everyone. We are group 12, and today we are going to present on the topic sociolinguistic, ELT, and research in Indonesia. Our presentation will take around 50 to 20 minutes, and each of us will focus on one main aspect of this topic. I will begin with how sociolinguistic contributes to ELT practice, then I will continue with some examples of sociolinguistic research in Indonesian education. Finally, my friend Fakhra will explain the future direction and why teachers need sociolinguistic awareness. And let's get started. To begin with, I will talk about how sociolinguistic contributes to ELT practice. Sociolinguistic is the study how language is used in society. It examines how factors like context, status, and relationships affect the way people speak in English language teaching. This means teachers should not only teach grammar and vocabulary, but also help students understand when to use formal and informal English, polite or casual expressions, and even when code switching might be appropriate. For example, many English teachers in Indonesia explain grammar in Bahasa Indonesia to make sure students understand. This is a form of code switching that helps students learn more effectively. This shows that linguistic contributes to ELT by making language teaching more meaningful and relevant to real-life communication. Now I will hand over myself again as I will to explain the next point. Research research in sociolinguistic shows how multilingual classroom in Indonesia functions. For instance, studies highlight how teachers switch between English and Indonesian to scaffold learning. Other research looks at politeness strategies such as how teachers use softer directiveness or respectful terms to maintain harmony in the classrooms. In the context of English education in Indonesia, this means teachers naturally use sociolinguistic strategies to manage classroom and make learning more effective. For example, make teacher switch to Bahasa Indonesia while explaining is a difficult grammar rule. Students feel more comfortable and can follow the lesson better. Therefore, we can see the sociolinguistic research provides insights into how language actually works in an Indonesian classroom, and it helps teachers improve their methods. Next, my friend Fakhra will continue with future direction.
Okay, thanks Nazwan. The last point we want to highlight is future direction. Why teachers need sociolinguistic awareness. Sociolinguistic awareness means teachers understand not only the structure of language, but also the social meaning of language use. In the future, Teachers in Indonesia will need this awareness even more because classrooms are increasingly multilingual. For example, students may use Javanese, Sundanese, or other local languages alongside Indonesian and English. Teachers who are aware of these dynamics can respect students' identities, reduce misunderstandings, and create an inclusive learning environment. This is especially important in English language teaching in Indonesia because it ensures that English learning does not ignore student cultural and linguistic background. To conclude my part, teachers with strong sociolinguistic awareness can prepare students to use English appropriately in different contexts while still valuing their local languages. Now, I will return to Nazwan for the closing of our presentation.
All right, thank you, Fakhra, for presentation, and thank you very much for your attention. To summarize, we have discussed three important points about social linguistics, ELT, and research in Indonesia. First, how social linguistics contributes to ELT practice. Second, example of social linguistic research in Indonesia education. And third, the future direction and why teacher needs social linguistic awareness. We hope our presentation has given given you all a clear understanding of how this topic relates to social linguistic and English education in Indonesia. If you have any question or feedback, we would happy to this discuss them. Thank you.